Good morning. Welcome to DBS This Morning. It's a beautiful day in the Helen of the West again, and we are pleased to be here in your company to kick off your morning. We've got some features to share with you, but first, let's tap into the news.
Good morning. The NIC's Sneaker Day returned on Wednesday. The National Insurance Corporation made some changes to the wellness campaign this year, however, and has teamed up with the Health Ministry to make it part of the ministry's St. Lucia Moves initiative, a wider national effort to encourage healthy lifestyle choices, including regular exercise.
Sneaker Day is just one initiative in a broader campaign that we are launching to fight this scourge on our society. Another initiative that we have had is the outdoor fitness stations that we have been installing throughout St. Lucia, and some people may realize that we have already installed one at the at Bossejou next to the Darren Sammy cricket grounds, and there's plans to install a number of other ones across the society. And to add to that, again, we're preparing to launch a number of other initiatives. We recently brought in a programs manager with specific focus on non-communicable diseases and wellness, who will be unrolling a number of other initiatives.
Participants in this year's Sneaker Day were also encouraged to capture their empowering experience by taking selfies and sharing them on social media using the hashtag 758SneakerDay 2023. Preliminary damage assessments by the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, suggest that St. Lucia's agriculture sector was hardest hit by Tropical Storm Brett.
The agricultural sector reported 75.8% of banana crop was impacted by Tropical Storm Brett. Regions 4, 3, and 8 were the most severely impacted by the storm, recording a 90% loss in Region 4 and 80% loss in Regions 3 and 8 respectively. Regions 2, 5, and 7 suffered a loss of 60%, 75%, and 70% respectively. Based on the assessment, it can be reported that the banana and the plantain industries was severely impacted by the passage of Tropical Storm Brett.
Tropical Storm Brett was a short-lived tropical cyclone and was the earliest named storm to develop in the main development region of the Atlantic Basin on record. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre's reinstated distress fund has received an additional $1 million EC allocation from the government of Taiwan to support dispossessed families and households in need of urgent interventions.
As we all live in a world seriously affected by climate change, natural disasters, and global economic turbulence, Distress Support Fund is much more needed and critical than ever before.
The Distress Fund was established to help dispossessed poor and low-income families and households recover or relocate to suitable housing accommodations in the event of natural and man-made disasters. St. Lucia Distillers and Bounty Rum have committed to supporting 4 of the bands participating in this year's carnival festivities. In addition, the company is backing several smaller community carnival events around the island.
Bounty Rum supports our culture in more ways than one. It sponsors events, initiatives, and organizations that promote local talents, ensuring that our musicians, artists, and performers have a platform to showcase their brilliance. With every sponsorship, Bounty Rum ignites the spark of creativity and enables our cultural ambassadors to reach new heights.
For the first time ever, Bounty Rum has also collaborated with 4 social media brand ambassadors. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Oh, and thank you, Kendall. We will be right back. Okay, so guess what? On our first feature, yesterday marked National Sneaker Day. It's a drive put on by the NIC, and we caught up with the NIC staff members. We even answered the call. Well, I did, Jovan did as well. And we got some footages to just show you what happened yesterday. I hope you answered the call. I certainly did answer the call. We're here with Siobhan from the Corporate Communications Department of the NIC. Today is marked National Sneaker Day. Siobhan, I answered the call, and I'm likewise, so did many other St. Lucians today. How are you feeling about how the day unfolded?
Well, it's going so well at the moment, and we are so excited by the overwhelming show of support from corporate St. Lucia, as well as all of our friends and our colleagues from the various government departments and the ministries. They've really taken the message, they've really run with it, and they've really come out in a big way with their colorful and beautiful sneakers, just like yourself. We're so happy to see that so many people are wearing their sneakers today to raise awareness. Because you see, the whole idea of Sneaker Day is to raise awareness of the scourge of chronic non-communicable diseases on our society. And we saw just last evening the Ministry of Health, the CMO, released a statement actually mentioning the how just about 80% or more of the deaths recorded in St. Lucia is associated with chronic non-communicable diseases. Stuff like heart disease, diabetes, and stuff like that. And even us here at the National Insurance Corporation, we have recognized that as well.
I was just about to ask you, make the link between the NIC and promoting good health.
Sneaker Day. Of course, we are all about promoting the health of the nations, being there for people during times of illness and injury and stuff like that. And so what we are seeing internally is that there's been a surge in the number of people filing claims for sickness benefits, and a lot of it has to do with or is associated with chronic non-communicable diseases. And so we're saying, hey, there is a problem in our society, and we as a corporate entity, we need to do something about it. And so we have taken on that mantle to drive home the message. So Sneaker Day is symbolic. It's meant to say, hey, we have a problem in our society. We need to be more active. You need to put on those sneakers, start walking, start going to the gym, and try to maintain a more active, healthy lifestyle. Yes, and so this is why we're so happy that so many people are doing it.
Right. Sneaker Day was birthed how long ago?
Sneaker Day started for a couple of years before COVID-19, maybe about 9 years ago.
I remember,
Yes.
we used to definitely take part all the time, and now we're back at it again.
Now we're
Certainly.
back at
Have
it.
you been seeing any improvements? Have there been progress since you started? Of course, you started with something in mind to raise the awareness. Are people taking it seriously now?
Well, the whole idea is to keep it top of mind and to keep people aware of it. That's why it's an awareness campaign. We need to constantly remind people. Of course, you're going to come with something and people are not automatically, you won't immediately see the results. And that's why we have to continue to raise that awareness, to keep sounding the alarm that we have a problem in our society with chronic non-communicable diseases that we need to take seriously. And this is why we're doing Sneaker Day. But importantly though, Sneaker Day is just one component in a broader scheme of
things. There's going to be some water day as well, because we don't drink water enough. I personally, sometimes I struggle with it as well. So maybe you could, because you happen to be very successful in your drive. Well, so which means you're a listened to body. So it means
we see a lot of people coming on, and every year more and more people are coming on. But another thing that we are doing is that we're implementing outdoor fitness stations across St. Lucia.
Really?
So outdoor gyms. Wow. So we've already installed one at Bossejou, right next to the Darren Simon Cricket Stadium. So you could go there and get your workout. It's outdoor fitness, and then plans are afoot to install them across the country. Wow. Not only that, we've also brought in a programs manager whose focus is on chronic non-communicable diseases and general wellness. So look out for us. So we will be unveiling a suite of programs aimed at raising awareness and also fighting the battle and getting St. Lucia fit and healthy.
Absolutely. Where can we follow everything the NIC, and particularly follow all of the drives that is being undertaken by the NIC in that regard?
We're on social media, Instagram, NIC SLU. Okay. We're on Facebook as well. We have our website, stlucianic.org. We're going to be constantly churning out information, letting the public know what it is that we are doing and how it is that they can contribute. They can come on board as well.
Wonderful. Well, Siobhan, thank you very much, and I think it's quite comfy and well fitting today because the weather is permitting us to, we well in tune with what's going on out there. So it definitely fell in line and continue the great work over here at the NIC
Thank
and
you so much,
creating the
Mary.
awareness.
And one thing I would like to say too, like I came in this morning with my sneakers and I got out of my vehicle and walking towards the building and I felt different. I felt more comfortable. I actually felt okay. It actually dawned on me, hey, I'm wearing sneakers because it actually did feel different. Thank you guys so much for giving us that plug.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chef. And just Monday, we had the semi-finals of the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch competition here in St. Lucia. Since then, we've seen qualifiers, 9 from each category qualifying into the finals. But on the night, we still have some features of some of the action that we captured from that night.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll just saw highlights of that performance right there. Let's let us know who we hear right now.
Okay, I am Slack. I am the bass player for the band 4-1. If you don't know, 4-1 won the Soca Monarch and the road match last year. I'm the bass player, right? I recorded the song, but my good buddy Frost did it, and he won the road match and the Soca Monarch. So that is me. I used to be the bass player for DYP a long time ago, but this is Slack. You check it, just a bass player. This is my first time ever competing.
Let me tell you something. 4-1. I don't know what formula you have, but you're doing something. Because Frost last year, you this year, next year might be somebody else. I don't know what the plan is. But anyways, my brother, what is the inspiration for this song?
Honestly, there was no inspiration, Frost called me and he said, Slack, let me tell you something. Let's put out some songs for this year.
Right.
And I went to the guy and then I'm like, he put a rhythm down and I liked it. So I said, you know what? I can write on that. And honestly, lyrically, it took us like literally 3 minutes to write all the words for the song. Okay, with his input and mine, we just sat down and we wrote the song in 3 minutes, and that was it. Like we literally wrote the song in 3 minutes. It took us a little while to record it and everything, but that's just the vibe, man.
No, because honestly, even with me having a bit of a music background, the music and stuff like that, my brother, whilst the hook might be a bit, on the simpler side, them verses are some serious storytelling. And them things coming out strong and relatable, you understand?
Well,
you
see, the thing is, I listen to guys like the Greats, like Sparrow and all these guys, and there was always a narrative to how they wrote, So I try to incorporate that into my writing, and then that's how we do it. We figure, writing is okay, but give people something they can identify with, And that's pretty much, that's how the vibe is. So, that's the vibe, man. Nothing more.
So how has the response been for the song so far throughout the season?
Excuse me, can I say again?
How has the response of the song been?
I am blown away. I did not expect the song to go so well, I did not. I watched it call, I'm like, because I'm like...
You are talking about horn-headed.
Yeah, I know.
This is the biggest thing in the Caribbean.
Really? Okay, well, let's hope so. You understand? Because right now, I don't know. But I had fun with it. I hope you guys had fun. I hope everybody who is watching and listening had fun, because I had a lot of fun. I mean, sometimes less is more, So that's basically how it is. So yeah.
So moving forward, what's your plans on moving forward now? Hopefully you get to the finals.
Well, yeah. If I get to the finals, I'll compete. That's pretty much it. Because I'm a bass player by profession. Alright, but if I get to the finals, then I'll compete. That's how it is,
So we're looking to keep it in 4-1.
Yeah, man. All the time. 4-1 to the world. 4-1 to the world. Frost, Slack, and 1. That's us.
Well, right now, I'm putting the bias here. You're my favorite right now. You're who I'm rooting for right now.
Thank you.
Yes, my brother.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much.
So, I'm wishing you all the best in the rest of the competition and the carnival season.
Thank you very much.
You and the rest of the band as well, all right?
Thank you.
Bless, my brother.
Okay,
bless.
thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, thanks, guys. Have a good night. Irene? Yes, I.
Of course, we're here with... Fuck, let's let Lucia know who we're here with right now.
CR! Carlton CR Roberts, Lucia, baby!
Carlton, what's going on, my brother? I know it's not so long you've been back in St. Lucia to come back on the soca scene. What's going on with you tonight?
Boy, it's just hype, excitement. You check it, just happy to be here. You know what I mean? Competition tight, so everybody has to bring their A game. We in that.
How was your performance tonight? For you as Carlton, how was your performance tonight?
There's still things I need to work on. It was decent. I mean, we were there. But personally, you know, I guess we can leave a certain element for the finals. But yeah, I was satisfied. I was overall satisfied. Yeah.
So in your preparations, what were your preparations like for tonight so far for the season?
Just vibing. I'm a vocalist, so I can sing, you know. Just vibing, pull up with my dancers to make sure everything was inside, you know. But that's about it. You know, no big set of preparation. You know, it's just about to go there and perform. And that's what happened tonight.
Now, it's rather unfortunate that you did not make it to the semis for the power. We all know Carlton have a bad booyah cooking up there, you understand. But, and I, because you all know I serve many hats, I actually was the one behind the camera shooting the video for both of those. So right here, right now, this is big for me as well. Seeing Carlton there, you make it to the semis. I'm honestly proud of you, my brother.
Yeah,
all
man,
right?
yeah, man. It's a team effort, you know. From my producer, Michael John, you know, to you and Vato, my dancers, you know, big up Silver Shadow dancers. You know, just the energy was proper with everybody. You know, sometimes we had to just do it like a makeshift, but we got the job done. You check it? And we're here today, so big up to all of you.
So for the rest of the season now, what are your plans? Obviously tonight you were waiting to see and know what's going on, to know if you're going to get to the finals. I think you're going to get to the finals, all right? We're going to manifest that right now.
Right.
You understand? We're keeping positive.
But
apart from that, aside from that, what are your plans for the rest of the season?
Just to continue to grow, continue to push forward, you know, take that Groovy Monarch crown back to Canada, you know what I mean, and then come back and defend, you know, that's the end goal. Do some fets, you know, see what's good, you know, invest in some younger talent, you know, just positivity right through.
And the question I pose to everyone tonight, are you ready for Carnival?
Yeah man, Lucia baby! Your prodigal son is back.
All right, man, wish you all the best in the rest of the competition and the rest of the season. I'm going to let you eat your food. See you, Lucia. We'll be back.
Hi there, I'm Candy Nicholas and I'm an holistic health coach, and today we're going to talk about health and carnival. 'Tis the season. Carnival is around the corner. We have tons of activities to choose from. They've already started, and you know what that means. Copious amounts of alcohol, sleepless nights, and making some interesting food choices that we probably wouldn't make under different circumstances. I am by no means a Debbie Downer, but I thought we'd talk about how we can consume alcohol in a more mindful way with a lessened negative impact on our bodies and minds. Recovering from alcohol consumption actually starts before you take that first drink. There is something to the advice that we should line our stomachs because all foods, especially fatty ones, delay the body's absorption of alcohol, and delaying the absorption of alcohol is a good step towards avoiding a hangover. So eat at home first, because we know how some of these food lines can be, especially meals containing healthy fats and healthy protein and fiber, because fiber breaks down alcohol and absorbs it, keeping it from reaching the bloodstream as quickly. Also, taking vitamin C, it guards against hangover symptoms. It's also advisable to take B complex and just an overall multivitamin and mineral to cover all of your bases. Of course, hydration is important, so ensuring that you're drinking water before, after, and in between drinks. We know that's important. Now, different people react differently to certain drinks, but if you are particularly sensitive to alcohol, it may help to avoid congeners. Congeners are the compounds that give a liquor its flavor and color, Every type of alcohol has it, but dark alcohols particularly, including red wine and whiskey, they generally have more of them than lighter ones. These toxic chemicals may set off an inflammatory response that helps bring on hangover symptoms. So opt for lighter colored things like, clear liquors like vodka, that are highly filtered. Typically, the more expensive the alcohol, the more filtered it is, and the fewer congeners there are to cause a hangover. You may also want to stick to one kind of drink. We've all had an I mixed my drinks episode, and we don't want that. So you can keep a better track of how much you're drinking if you have one type of drink, and of course, you're less likely to upset your stomach. Another idea is to avoid carbonation. We ladies love our bubbles, but research has found that the presence of bubbles, either in a carbonated beverage like champagne, ooh la la, or in a still liquor mixed with sparkling or tonic water, can speed up the rate of alcohol consumption. So if that is your goal, then it works for you, but if it isn't, then it works against you, because the carbonation can cause the surface area of the stomach to expand, which leads to increased alcohol absorption and a higher likelihood of an unpleasant morning after. From a deeper wellness standpoint, the potential health benefits of reducing or eliminating alcohol consumption include better sleep, mood, overall health, liver function, and the list goes on. So let's get into it. 1, alcohol in high amounts can disrupt your sleep patterns, causing you to awake tired and feeling unrested. We've all had these mornings where we feel like we've slept, but we don't feel rested. Cutting back from high to moderate or low amounts of alcohol has been shown to improve sleep quality substantially. A decrease of 30% in drinking in 30 days can lead to better sleep and reduced anxiety. Excessive alcohol consumption also causes hormonal imbalances, which can lead to increased anxiety, especially in stressful situations. The irony of the lead up to Carnival or any major event is that we're all trying to look our best, yet at the same time, we're overdoing it on the alcohol consumption. But it is a major barrier to maintaining a healthy weight. At an average of 125 calories per drink, even a small reduction can make a big difference. Now, we know that high blood pressure is a major issue here. Alcohol used in heavy amounts, and I'm talking about greater than 3 to 4 drinks a day, has been associated with higher blood pressure. And I know a lot of people are drinking a lot more than that number of drinks, especially in the carnival season, per day. So cutting back to 2 to 3 drinks per day can help to lower both systolic and diastolic pressure. We also need to note that many physicians have seen an uptick in patients with alcoholic hepatitis and alcoholic liver disease. And I've had conversations with many doctors who decry the excessive use of alcohol here because it's leading to many issues in our society, some of which I'm sure we haven't even discovered. Guys, using alcohol can lead to a buildup of fat in the liver. This accumulation of fats can be a precursor to liver damage. A modest reduction in alcohol can help prevent those potentially dangerous changes. Now, if you're like me and you're very careful about how things affect your skin, there are some aesthetic benefits to mindful drinking as well. So heavy drinking is not a recipe for glowing skin. I'm sure you've seen someone and you're like, okay, this person looks like a heavy drinker, and there's a lot to that. Heavy alcohol can actually lead to more wrinkling and early aging of the skin. It is also pro-inflammatory and can cause disruption of the usual function of the blood vessels in the skin, which will lead to skin that looks more dull, dry, and puffy, and may even cause facial redness and blotchiness. The list goes on and on and on, but we'll have to stop here for today. Now, I'm not saying to not go out and have a good time over Carnival. I surely will, but just be mindful. We always talk about, conscious alcohol consumption in the context of drinking and driving, but there are some major health impacts that can happen with excessive alcohol consumption as well. So let's do what we can do to minimize the impacts on our bodies and stay healthy and safe for this carnival season. This has been fun. I will be back with some more tips and tricks for how we can improve our health and wellness. So meet me here again, same time, same place. My name is Candy Nicholas. Bye.
And I hope you enjoyed our features. We look forward to you joining us again tomorrow right here for some more features on DBS This Morning.